special episode as we're streaming instead of recording. Say hi, everybody.
Hola.
What's up?
You.
Ohio.
Yeah, as you can see, we have a full house. Yay. This is a special occasion. Yay. I could kiss all of you on the mouth. Except for only one of you I actually kiss on the mouth. Before we get started. Yeah, ain't that right, Dark Wave?
What?
This is live. Anywho, before we get started with the usual nonsense, wanted to talk about a couple people who also messaged me on Twitter. The other thing, this is something I want to talk about. Is any of you offended when I call you any type of names on this podcast at all? Or, kind of be an asshole?
Nah.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. Is that everybody? Everybody? When I say either something dumb or call you out of your name?
Couldn't care less.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so apparently some people don't understand the dynamic here that Spirit is my wife, Galactic and freaking Gucci Kaido are my cousins, and Darkwave is a friend from high school. So apparently me doing that is not only racist, but me being a mean bully toward, the younger generation for some fucking reason. So that was the funniest thing I have ever seen in my goddamn life, as I had to explain to a person that Spirit 110% is my wife, and she can literally throw something at me if I genuinely insult her in the middle of one of these, which I don't really do. So just want to put it out there. Canada, we're live. If you really think that I'm insulting these people, you're an idiot. That's it. That's live. You know what else is live?
Yes.
You know what else is live? Vince McMahon's butthole is live.
No, I thought we even left that.
No.
As you can see,
such good shit. It's such good shit.
It's good shit. Yes. I'm sorry, I had to bring it back because Seth Rollins came back with the same gimmick, so we can bring back old gimmicks too, right? Is that not a thing?
Seth fucking Rollins.
He came back as on the side. Hey, who disagrees with that? So, I want to get started with TakeOver. How many of you watched the Take of the Over?
TakeOver.
I did.
Who said I did? Because besides Spirit, 3 people spoke at the same time. I didn't hear you.
I said TakeOver was great.
Galactic did not watch.
Why doesn't Galactic watch that?
Because I was in the middle of, I don't even know when TakeOver was for one.
Saturday.
For 2. Yeah, I was busy on.
What were you doing on Saturday that was more important than a TakeOver?
Nothing. Not being bored.
Clapping, bud.
Wow.
Wait. Whoa.
I just recall saying that.
Whoa. Not
Clapping,
being bored.
Like hand claps, listen to music. Hand claps.
Hey, you better than me.
Clown.
He was clapping the cheeks. I don't know what you're talking about. He was getting it in.
No.
He's getting it in with Stacy from across the way. So he was doing that COVID clap. That's what he was doing.
Wow, the COVID clap.
Ew.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
And he got her mom too. He was like, my name is Galactic.
What is happening?
Exactly. Are we live?
We haven't even started topics yet. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm
I've been well, fan.
Halo, bro. I don't want this.
So I'm just trying to get
I
you
blame
guys.
Wildfang for all of
What did Wild Fang do? Wild Fang is just, he's Wild Fang. He's fanging the Wild.
Keep your mind out of the gutter, clown.
I can't. It's not possible.
Just because someone say clapping does not mean that. It can be clapping to music, listen to jams and just.
I mean,
Anyways,
why did you make it in that rhythm?
What about?
I just randomly clap my hands and stop my fingers.
Nah. You did it in specific. Why are we talking about this? What's happening? Stop derailing the subjects. Jesus.
What are we doing?
Takeover.
What are we talking about for Takeover now?
What's about the Takeover pay-per-views? Because, about a week ago we did the predictions, so we kind of got to go over the predictions and everything.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you weren't.
I mean, wasn't that right on all my predictions? Even the ones who would take pinfalls?
Yo, that's actually what I wanted to talk about, too. You were 110% right. If you were actually a betting man, you would have just won a serious bet. You said, what's her name?
I am a fucking genius. Yes, because I'm a fucking genius. I've been watching wrestling for over 25 years. I mean, why wouldn't I know what's going to happen and shit? You can tell who's the star. You can tell who's just kind of there to fill in space. Ew. Not saying Mercedes Martinez isn't good, but, I mean...
You were right, though.
The feud has literally been... Yeah, because the feud has been Toni Storm and Io Shirai. Mercedes Martinez is just kind of a side player. She got her title shot, and now she's over. You can't beat Toni, because that's the money match. The money match is them one-on-one again. Because remember what Toni says, she has Io's number. Remember they fought at the Mae Young Classic.
Oh, yeah.
So in Toni's mind, she can beat Io one-on-one. That's why you're not going to pin Toni Storm in triple threat. You're going to pin Mercedes Martinez because she's the only one who can afford a loss.
Yep.
Io should not be losing that title anytime soon. And Toni Storm is the next in line and as far as one-on-one. So Mercedes, and I like Mercedes, but she was the odd woman out there. She was taking that pinfall.
That's why I said that shit was like at the end when me and Spirit was watching. I was like, "Well, this man called it right." I said that at least 4 times that night. I said, "Well, Darkwave called it right multiple times. I can't believe this shit." I'm glad I didn't make no money bets with this man. I would have lost all my money.
Yes, I am a genius. Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, let's go over. I want to go over one thing. So one of the matches I wanted to talk about was the Kota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Anybody remember the stipulations to that match? What happens if you win that match?
You win a Dusty Classic and you get a tag team title shot.
Yeah. Who are the women's tag team?
We're still getting in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're getting that in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? I thought it was.
Did you not watch NXT? Did you not watch it? No. Sasha and Bianca are getting a title match this Sunday. Yep. They get their title shot in 2 weeks. Did you not watch NXT this week, sir?
No, I did not.
Well, then you need to go do your research.
Actually, I did. I just kind of skipped certain things.
No.
Hey, Spirit. You know, when you go, that means this motherfucker's an idiot. Every time.
Yep.
I don't like that. I don't like it. You calling me an idiot.
Oops.
You know?
Yeah, man. You're the host and all. You should be watching all of the content.
I mean, I just skip around the commercials and sometimes the talking scenes. I'm sorry.
No, he skips a lot of shit, which is ridiculous. I'm here to attest. He skips shit, and it pisses me off.
Hey, I don't like you right
Can't be doing that, sir.
Shut up, all of you. I will fire all of you. You're all fired. Galactic.
You cut corners? Crazy.
Okay, talk to yourself then. Let's go. Let's go all play Overwatch, guys.
All right.
Hey,
bye.
On a side note, speaking of Overwatch, the new outfits for McCree, the new outfit for Farah, and the new outfit for Reaper and Farah and Widowmaker all look the same. They don't really look new.
Widows, it's basically like Reaper has a little bit. They all have like slightly more like armor on them.
Yeah,
If you look at
McCree,
he just redesigned.
Like, dude, this man was like, we tried to go more Western with McCree. I was like, he looks the same with slightly more, with like an extra plate. Fariha, or whatever her name is, because her mom calls her Fariha. Fucking, she gets a recolor, which is, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And Reaper gets more armor in his arms, which is extra stupid. But that game, Overwatch 2, we'll see what happens. But and you know me and Spirit are going to be on that joint like Udon Chong and Chinese people.
All y'all doing the
Wow.
I'm not taking your word for that. Also, that was super racist. But I'm not.
What?
All y'all doing the PvE.
Oh yeah, of course we're gonna do the PvE. I want to see what Moira can get with her skill trees.
Good.
Second,
That means we can do PvE together.
yeah,
Good.
of course. Second, Mrs. Spirit, I'm racist. You
Wow.
So let me tell you
Guys,
guys
how do
a
you
story.
feel about Monday Raw?
No, we're not there yet. We're still on Takeover.
Oh,
Thank you for distracting
So you
me,
actually-
you butt munch. So
well,
the Johnny Gargano Kushida match. How did you guys, did you guys like the brutality of that match?
I loved everything about the match, and that Johnny won clean.
Yeah, me too. I actually didn't care that Johnny won clean. I was just like, oh shit, this is pretty cool.
I was surprised by that, but I was glad.
I mean, heels don't always have to win by cheating, so that's a good thing.
Don't.
I like that.
Oh, hold up. Whoa.
No, don't.
Shh.
Blasphemy.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Anywho,
What?
I'm confused. Did you
Heels
spoil
are
something?
always supposed to cheat.
Exactly.
Always.
Every single time. Do you not get the memo?
That is their character trait of being a heel.
Exactly. They have to cheat every time. Every single match the Miz was in when Maurice is there, he cheated. Every single match.
Because WWE main roster can't book for shit.
Shh. Ooh, blasphemy. Anywho, the one thing I didn't like about the match is the commentary. And who was it that said, this is the first time Johnny has ever been pushed to the limit? And I was like, huh? Did anybody remember any of the matches with Tommaso Ciampa? Or the Velveteen Dream? Or Aleister Black? Any of those matches?
Who?
Aleister Black.
Who was that last one you said? Who? Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's Venom TV. I don't know what the man is. Yeah, it's an urban legend.
He's an urban legend. He's a myth now, huh? Oh, well, he was this wrestler.
The myth, the legend, Aleister Black.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Or should I say Tommy N? Because that man's good as gone.
I mean, at least his wife is okay.
I mean, they'll both be fine.
Yeah.
It's just Aleister Black is no longer. You might as well call that man Tommy N, because that man is as good as gone.
What about Ricochet? What would you call Ricochet?
Who?
Main event.
Ricochet. Who the fuck is that?
I met Chet.
Chet?
Yeah, I met Chet. I'm sorry.
There we go. Ricochet was in NXT, but he had a quadruple ACL tears from places that don't even have ACL tears. So
yeah, he just disappeared.
He's still out injured. But Chet is this new guy on the main roster.
Yeah,
who was pretty impressive. He won the United States title when he first came there, and all this. And he even fought Brock Lesnar in a squash match. But then he started wearing booty shorts and just kind of retarded.
Wow.
And now he's off TV.
Ugh.
I don't know why he's off TV. Maybe him.
Main event.
Oh, he's on main event.
Oh, he's on that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Does
if he's
anybody
on
watch
that
the main event?
Main
No.
event is where you go to
I
die.
didn't even know that was still a thing, to be honest.
You know
It
the
is.
funny thing about main event? I honestly will never ever. I don't even know what channel it comes on. Actually,
But I'm saying, I didn't even.
I don't even know how that's why it makes it hilarious because I don't even know how the fuck you would watch it.
Man, the main event is like the 4 Kids version of the
Oh yeah, the Shadow Realm instead of dying, which is fucking weird. But yes, I kind of had a problem with I don't know who it was that said, "Hey, I never seen anybody push Gargano to the limit," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Have you watched NXT any time in the last couple of years? Gargano's been pushed to the limit multiple times by multiple different people, up to and including some guy that had a cool entrance that they killed really quickly on the main roster."
See. We have Tommy and who he fought. We have Shet, who he fought. We have Dre. Oh, I'm sorry, Drade, not Andrade. Drade.
The multiple people have brought him to the limit, but the main one is clearly when him and Tommaso Ciampa went against the what is it called now? Oh yeah, the off team.
Formerly known as FTR?
No, besides that one.
Oh.
That one too. Formerly known as the Revival. Yeah.
Wow.
The
Seen those guys on AEW?
Yeah, man, those same guys that are, soon as they left got really happy and actually liked their job.
Oh, you mean the Viking Experience?
No, the fuck is the Viking Experience? What is a Viking Experience exactly?
That sounds like something you would order at get when you go to a prostitute or a trap house or something. Hey man, let me get that Viking Experience.
I was about to say, it sounds like an Arby's meal.
Alright, baby, what's happening for today? We got the $5, the $10, or you can get the Viking Experience. Oh yeah, we get that. What is that?
We get that Viking Experience.
The Viking Experience is getting your penis cut off, but whatever.
Excuse me.
You go to one of them houses. Chops. You go to one of them houses, you ask for Viking Experience. You go home and they say, "What's wrong?" They say, "The Vikings was the man." Don't worry, I didn't cry.
Nah, you'd be in the hospital, like, "Yo, can you reattach this? I don't get what the fuck you talking about."
Hey man. Anyway, all you need to know, man. Just to listen. The 2 words you need to know when doing the Viking Experience: Amazon style.
Oh my God! No!
And we are now moving on.
That's the only 2 words you need to know about that.
Better get us canceled. Better get us canceled. Jesus Christ! Oh my God. Moving on. Jesus Christ.
You never seen Futurama? Death by Snoo. That's the same thing.
Good sir.
And Joseph.
Sir.
Oh, God.
Death by Snoo.
Hell, shut
up.
Snoo. We're live.
What's wrong with Snoo? It's a word from Futurama.
Oh, nah.
Why are we doing this?
Goliath just said he about to head out.
He's like, I'm not about to ruin my career for this. Oh shit.
Listen.
Yeah.
If people can put redo here on YouTube uncut, I mean, that's fake.
I'm gonna need a name change song soon, guys.
Oh yeah, I did do a name change song years ago. I hate and love that song. Next was MSK versus the Grizzled Young Veterans, which was quite possibly the match of the night for me.
No, it was.
It was
a really good match.
They had the MSK did some shit, like when one of them did a backflip in midair and the other one pushed him over the other gentleman.
Yeah,
that shit was unique. Yo, that whole time my mouth was just like on the floor, like, what the fuck is happening right now with these guys?
Mm-hmm. I wanted Grizzled Young Veterans to win.
the start of like tag team wrestling again. Like at least with NXT, because that has been kind of gone.
I'm about to say.
And of course, they go up to the main roster to die, but that actually was a really good match, and I was actually really happy to see at least another good tag team match in WWE that was not that had the Usos, the Street Profits, or the Usos or the New Day, excuse me, in it.
And shout out to the Grizzly Young Veterans too, because they put out some moves that I literally have never seen them do. That man put out a 450 splash.
A 450 splash. And you felt that they were like, I want to win. Both teams, you had that passion, like, yo, we want to win. It just so happens that MSK won the match. So it was like, yo, all I could do by the end of the match is say, I really could care less who wins this fucking match. This match is fucking amazing.
That makes it really good when you're like, you know what, I'm okay, even though one team was clearly a heel and one, a bunch of baby faces, but that's really good where it's like, you know what, y'all both earned this. I really actually wouldn't care who would win.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Like, and by the end of the match, I was like, the MSK just won this match. But it's not like they got lucky. It was all skill based, and I was just like, yo, these teams. Like, you can sense that the whole Dusty Classic, except for which match was it that I was like didn't need to even exist. It was a stupid match. It was.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about the one with Killian Dane.
That's one of them. Yes, it was one match where I was just like, you didn't need to even Drake Maverick and Killian Dane versus All Gets Gray and Kurt Stallion. I was like, so we just okay. But they lost to MSK the next match, so I was like, all right. It was Lucha House Party versus Imperium. And I was literally pissed that Lucha House Party beat Imperium. Because you know how fire the match of Lucha House... No, you know how great a match for Legado del Fantasma versus Imperium would have been? That probably would have been a great match.
I didn't know anything. Well, I haven't been paying too much attention. What? They really did beat them?
Yes, and then MSK had to beat Legado del Fantasma, which a better match would have been MSK versus Imperium.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a waste of potential. So the final match, I'm just glad the final match was still Grizzled Young Veterans versus MSK. But the one match that did shock me out of all of them was Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher versus the Undisputed Era, and they beat them clean. And then it became Tommaso Ciampa and Thatcher versus the Grizzled Young Veterans, which is also a fire match, by the way. If you ever have time, go watch that match. That match was great. And the Grizzled Young Veterans won. I like how they won with their minds instead of just doing nonsense. I like that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what was the name of that team that was like an old school wrestling team that actually fought by doing heel tactics.
FTR?
Oh no! They were called something else before they were FTR. What was their names again? When they were on NXT?
Their slave names?
The Revival.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, their slaves' names. Oh yeah, FTR. I remember when they would win their matches and they would go into the ring, come out, take their partner off the ring, just do a bunch of nonsense, and their wrestling was great. They didn't have to do it, but they did it anyway because they were a great team. That's how they remind me of. But the Grizzled Young Veterans, I feel like they would still beat the shit out of you a little more, but also use their brains at the same time. But good times, right? Good times. Why do you gotta go to slave names, Spirit? Well, why they gotta be slave names?
Sorry, it's Black History Month.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you say so?
Yeah. When you work for WWE, you're automatically a slave. So
yeah, like the Good Brothers, who was like, I like working here, massa. Don't put me on TV.
Wow.
See, I didn't even go all that far.
Was anybody else kind of upset with the way they booked Undisputed Era, or is it just me?
We will get to that. We will get.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I know what you're talking about with that, at least.
Yes, we will get to that. Let's talk about Io Shirai versus Mercedes Martinez, which I was like, she looks familiar, and then I remember where she came from. And then Toni Storm. How did you guys like that match? Besides the fact Mercedes Martinez is literally Punishment Martinez, a.k.a. Damian Priest, but a female.
It was okay. I didn't like the ending.
The ending was weird. And all I was like, that was like literally a second away from Botchville. I'm just putting it out there.
Honestly, it looked like a botch.
It did. Anybody else have an opinion on that match?
Yeah, I kind of. I didn't think that I would have like super high expectations for it, but that definitely kind of was probably like the bathroom break.
Damn.
Which sucks because like they're really good women. Io is damn good. Tony's good. Mercedes, she's good and stuff like that. I don't know. It wasn't like a bad match, but it was just like I guess I kind of expected a little bit more.
To me, it felt like all three of their fighting styles didn't necessarily clash. It didn't necessarily go together.
Yeah, it didn't mix in the match. I agree with that 110%. It just felt like that match was just a match. It didn't feel like they needed to be a pay-per-view match, like at all. It just felt like they couldn't go together. I mean, Toni Storm and Io Shirai, yes, they will when they eventually go one-on-one. They will mix together, like lipstick and females' lips. But I couldn't think of another analogy. Sorry, I couldn't think of another analogy. I apologize for that one. That was my bad.
I'm glad I wasn't paying. Bro.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm embarrassed enough. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Mr. Kaito there that didn't mix together. Like they couldn't click really well in the ring, and there were so many like moments where it was like that's clearly a botch or that's about to be a botch. Good thing they were able to fix certain parts of the match, and I was like, okay. And then I forgot who it was that did the super kick and it missed completely, and I was like, I hate when I see that. I hate it.
I think it was
I was just laughing because that was hilarious. Because the angle of which they were supposed to shoot it at an angle which it looked like they got hit, but the angle, I guess the cameraman fucked up, and you definitely saw the feet right next to that person's face.
Yeah, and it missed, and I hate when I see that. I'm like, please stop doing that. Just don't.
It was hilarious.
Fucking stop the super kick. Jesus Christ, I hate that shit now.
Yeah, if it's not Shawn Michaels, it's right now. Some people actually have to.
I mean, if certain people did it, like some people could do it. Dolph Ziggler could do a great super kick. It's just
Adam Cole
could do a great
super kick. I like the Uso super kick.
The Uso super kick is great, but they are constantly doing it. And I'm like, yo.
Well, yeah, I only like when they do it when it's like the double drink, when they do it together. And then, other than that, no.
Yeah, other
than
that.
individually.
Carmella, it's the only move she knows.
She knows how to wrestle?
Well, yeah, shut up.
No one said that.
There's certain moves that, like, I feel as though that, it just kind of doesn't really make any sense that they keep doing. Like, for example, I think it was okay for Kevin Owens to stutter, but what makes certain moves and stuff like that special is when you just don't. Again, I've said this before, like how Pac in AEW, his strength is the Black Arrow. He does not do this move in every single one of his fucking matches. He would do this like every other 2 matches, or when it actually suits it and makes sense. If you sit there, the reason why we love the damn stunner and hell, even the damn people's elbow and shit, it's just like, alright, cool, I'm gonna just sit here and do this every once in a while or whatever. If you do the move over and over and over and over again, then it's kind of like, like the one time when Randy Orton was on an RKO spree, and it's just like, okay, granted, yes, we like the RKO, and it's just like, RKO, and then he stopped doing it for a second when he was like his heel joint. He was like, "No, y'all love this move. I'm not doing it." And I was like, "Okay, cool, thank you." And then he did it like after I think it was like months later or something, and it was like, "Yay!" Like if you constantly are doing which was like the super kick. Like at first with Dolph Ziggler, he was like, okay, he was doing like the sweet chin music and was like tuning up, and it was just like, oh, because you steal shit. All right, that makes sense. Then everybody starts doing the fucking super kick, and it's just like, okay, if you're gonna fucking do it, it's the same thing with dives. The point is to actually try to make it seem like it either A connects or B that it does, and where it looks like you're hitting the person. If you are not only the camera people, if they're angling it where you're not hitting it, then the moves loses all credibility, just like fucking dives do. Dives actually do the person who is diving more harm than the person that they're actually trying to fucking hit.
Facts.
Like, it makes no sense at this point. They're like, hey, Spirit, we're gonna need you to do a dive to Wildfire. I'm gonna be like, oh, but I'm gonna hurt myself. Yeah, that's fine. But the point of me doing a move is to hurt or make it seem like I am hurting or inflicting pain onto the other person. That's like me sitting there doing the fucking sharpshooter, and then I'm sitting there twisting up my own fucking ankles and legs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. There was only a few dives that I actually gonna go, okay, that makes sense. Damian Priest is one of the people. Dominic Dijakovic is another person. Darby Allin. When they jump out the ring, their whole body goes with them, and they're not just landing on you with their hands and pushing you at a high rate of speed to the point where you drop. They are landing on you to the point where the person has to catch you, and Jungle Boy too, where they have to catch you. And it looks like you're landing on the person. I don't like when somebody does a dive and they push you, and then you're landing on the floor, and the person just has to fall back and make it seem like you just hurt them with something fire.
Yeah, because then you end up fucking up yourself.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, fucking Big E's is the worst fucking dive / tackle.
Did he hurt? Did he dislocate or tear a bicep or tear something?
He almost did
a dive one time.
Almost. Fucking, and then Cesaro, I remember one time Cesaro did that shit, and he got made fun of so much because he looked like Ralph when Ralph flew out the goddamn window.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
And then he even acknowledged that's what he looked like. Like, that's what he acknowledged that's what he looked like. He was like, yeah, I did fuck up a fucking dive. And I'm like, yo, dives piss me off when you're not a high flyer, or Dominic Dijakovic, or fucking somebody who knows how to perfectly do a goddamn dive, like Damian Priest, who literally jumps, freaking gets air, puts his hands out, and freaking his legs up, and lands on the person. It really bugs me. First of all, it really bugs me when you just do it and you just push a person. I love Daniel Bryan to death, but when he does that shit, I go, Daniel, change the dive. Please, God, change that dive.
Yeah.
Who else does a shitty dive? Oh, Roman does a couple of dives, but, I don't want to talk about that shit.
He does?
Roman doesn't dive as often. His best dive is the one that they always use. He only did one good one. It was against The Undertaker. It's the only time he's ever dived well. Every other time he just looks like he splats on the floor.
So he does the dive, if I can recall, because he does kind of the same dive that the Usos and them fucking be doing. The joint where they'll run the rope and stuff, run to the back rope, and then they just fly over the top rope, and it's like,
yep.
Yeah, yep. I don't like that because it looks stupid for the other person, because the other person's like, okay, shit, let me catch him. Or when they're in a group of people, which is what a lot of women tend to do, especially fucking Charlotte when she tried to do her shitty ass moonsault, and it just looks ridiculous because then they're just standing there okay, and let's move a little bit over to the left, to the right, let's catch her. Oh shit. Like that, I hate that. Like they're jumping over the top rope joint. It just looks stupid because half the time it looks like one time I forgot who it was. I think it was a match with them in the New Day or some shit like that, and then they did the double, the joint where they both, the Usos and the New Day, the Usos did the over the top rope joint, and then I literally looks like one of them fucked their knee up because how they landed, and it's see, that's the shit sitting here tearing up stuff.
Unfortunately, that's the nature of the business, I guess, especially when it comes to
That's understandable, but like certain moves and stuff, like I just don't understand. Like I was probably one of those people that was like, yeah, I'm like the safest fucking wrestler to sit here and work with because I'm not,
Kane.
I'm not doing that. Yeah,
The
hey,
Miz.
you not doing that, I'm not doing that. It's just because the Miz doesn't have any fucking offense. It's really easy to sit here and be a safe person when you don't do any offense when you're not the one
Jesus.
doing shit.
The savagery. Jesus. Yes, you're right.
If I'm just standing there doing nasty ass kicks and sitting there, oh my god. Anyway,
Oh my God. You don't. The
but
savagery.
yeah, I'll be like, hey, you gonna do both palms? No, the fuck I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. Hey, you gonna do that? No, the fuck I'm not doing that either. What to do a nice little? Yeah, my other person is a high flyer. Okay, cool. You can do all the little flips and all that other shit. I'll do bumps for you. I ain't doing none of that. Nope.
Yeah, same thing happened with don't worry about that. But the funny thing is the next match, which arguably is the second match that if it wasn't for that MSK match, this match could have been match of the night. Is Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne, in which there were no dives. It was just wrestling and a story being told in the ring, which was very fantastic. And I was like, oh my goodness, the match had no nonsense in it. It was just them wrestling. And, I like the fact that the fingers were being attacked. I like that, Finn Balor started getting agitated. The more and more his fingers were getting fucked up, he couldn't point at the end of the match. He had to curl his fingers up. It was pretty good. There were no super kicks randomly. Everything was deliberate. It was slow in certain halves. It was fast in other halves. I was like, oh shit, this match was good. And then the thing happened at the very end of that match, which kind of made me go, please, God, no.
Exactly.
Mr. Kaito, you can go ahead and talk about it now.
It hurt my soul, dog. I mean, I don't know. It really does give me mixed signals because UE as a whole is like one of the, if not the best, one of the best things that has happened to modern day WWE.
That is
They literally are NXT outside of maybe Gargano and Ciampa and maybe a few others, but they literally are NXT. So to see them break up, or y'all book them against each other, like I don't really understand that. I get it. It's there's money to be made pitting UE members against each other, but there's also even more money to be made booking UE as a whole properly.
I'm gonna have to agree to that, but that was just. I was like, as soon as it happened, I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, not this. Not now. Not now.
Right. Now, what I'm hoping is, and this is a shot in the dark, what I'm hoping is that basically, like, they'll feud and it'll be like a brothers fight thing. And then during that time of them feuding, what's my man's name? Pat McAfee will come back because on NXT this past Wednesday, he dropped a video saying, "Oh, I told you guys I was right," doing the usual heel stick, basically like gloating about the fact that they broke up. So I'm hoping that it'll reunite them when Pat McAfee comes back, and they'll do it that way, or maybe they'll do it like they were feuding to lure Pat McAfee back. Something involving Pat McAfee and the UE coming back. That's the only way I could see them salvaging the UE. But at this point, like management, the writers done drove the sword into their back, and the UE is finished. Like I can't see them coming back together after this.
Oh yeah, especially after what happened on Wednesday when Adam Cole attacked Kyle O'Reilly again in the middle of the match, which was dumb. And I was like, okay, you just had your group, one of which is Forehead Omega, literally was in the match. Why are you costing him the match? That didn't even make any sense. So I was like, Vince, are you in the backstage right now?
It does, yeah. I did watch the highlight of NXT. I thought I was just gonna start. I don't care. I'm just gonna start watching NXT weekly, right?
Mhm.
So I saw what happened with UE, and I was like, "Wow, damn, this is some main roster shit, isn't it?"
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
reminded
Mm-hmm. That was some main roster shit, and it didn't make any goddamn sense. And I was like, Adam, then I was like, never mind about it, Adam. I just wondered if Vince was backstage, and I would have said, please keep him from backstage in NXT. Please. He doesn't understand anything. He thinks he has everything correct. But all in all, that was a fantastic match to end NXT TakeOver Vengeance, and I genuinely hope that Edge chooses somebody else besides Roman Reigns. Moving on to Monday Night Raw.
Oh, he's gonna. She's gonna. Yeah.
She's not.
Shut up.
She's Roman.
I don't like you both. This is why I hate you both. So we got some good news. I got some good news starting off on the Monday Night Raw side. Mrs. Spear, would you like to deliver the good news about Lacey Evans?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's preggers for real world, not for play.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you're not going to be on my TV.
Why?
Yay!
Go have that baby, girl. Don't stay out of my fucking ring, please, God.
How do you feel about them playing it up as Ric Flair's baby?
That's trifling.
That's what they're playing it up as.
Yeah, that's trifling.
How? All right, so here's what I want to say.
He ain't got no goddamn money, so that's straight trifling. That's straight trifling. That's hot garbage.
Okay, so now I want to ask a question, and I want to break it off for a second for here. What, does it take 2 to 3 weeks to know if you're pregnant?
Just about, yeah.
Okay, because I'm about to say that's a little too quickly to be like pregnant.
No, so well, one, if your cycle, not to try to get into a whole topic thing, if your cycles are pretty much like clockwork, and yeah, so just about, yeah, actually.
Okay, because I was about to be like, yo, that doesn't even add up. Second of all, can Ric Flair even still? Is he not shooting dust?
Yes. Men, no, men, because men can actually still, well into you guys' 80s, actually up until probably even 90s. So, yeah, women, we have a cutoff. Men, you guys kind of don't.
Oh, okay, because I thought Ric Flair was going, okay, woo!
Pretty much.
This is just as bad when they tried to put Murphy with Aaliyah.
It's
Where
equally bad.
the fuck have they been? Where the fuck have they been?
Yo, if they come back with that story, you understand the repercussions of the shit that they're going to receive.
If I was Seth Rollins, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and go back. Look at that. I think Becky's pregnant again. I'm gonna just go back. And, yeah, I'll be back.
They better not.
Man, they had the perfect chance to make this guy go babyface again.
I think we're gonna
They did.
slowly get that, Treja. Oh,
We're live, pal.
Well, I like too how he cut off. He was like, oh.
I didn't complete. I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is I think they slowly go back, and Seth and Roman are gonna feud. I think that's what the long-term plan is.
I want to see that so badly.
I think that's what's.
I know.
What up?
Hello.
They need to still give it. They still need to be separate for quite some time. I don't want to see that right now.
That's why I say it's gonna be long-term plan. We're gonna get Edge and Roman, and that's people. A lot of people are actually enthusiastic shit about Edge and Roman.
I want to see that.
There's people that actually are interested in that match.
Yeah.
And I found out that the reasoning behind possibly having that match is because instead of making ratings going up like they wanted, Edge actually low-key had a negative impact on ratings, and Roman has a positive impact right now. So they're trying to make the two, put the two together.
So Roman
that
is
makes
going to be
sense
the main event of
because
WrestleMania again.
I honestly, this time around, I don't mind it because Roman Reigns is doing literally the best work of his career.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
All right.
We're gonna get an Uso feud as well.
Woohoo!
I'm waiting for the other
Uso
brother to
versus
come back.
Uso.
Oh.
Uso versus. That's what we're gonna get.
How do you?
What
Even
I'm
know
hoping is that they take over the division, the Bloodline.
That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna take over SmackDown, and then as soon as we hit Survivor Series next year, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be the Bloodline versus. Pretty much, that's what it's gonna be.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, but I honestly don't really want to see Roman Reigns versus Edge at WrestleMania. I think that's going to be a waste of match.
I think story-wise, it's the only one you can do.
Yeah,
you're right.
With Edge.
In terms of pure wrestling, of course, it makes more logical sense for him to go against somebody like Finn Balor. But the story is just as much as important as the wrestling itself, especially at WrestleMania.
You're right. That's gonna be, but I still think it's gonna be a shitty match.
3 stars are best.
We'll see. No, I don't
think Roman's the
Edge. You said what?
I don't think Roman's the best person to put with Edge.
No, he's not.
It depends on the match.
If it's going to be a straight regular match.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that Edge ain't getting any younger, and
I'm not
Roman
saying
isn't
Edge
the safe person
younger.
to bring.
But Reigns is not going to bring anything to that match. I even said the last podcast, Reigns, yes, his story-wise in his career currently, it's amazing. Fucking in ring-wise, he's the same fucking dude that's doing the same moves that he's been doing, except a guillotine, which is it.
I think it's pretty cool. He needs to add a little bit more to his arsenal.
He needs to add a lot to his arsenal. He's wrestling the exact same way. Oh, man, throw you to the corner. Freaking armbar you. I mean, not armbar you. Freaking do the arm little tackles in the corner. Then throw you. Superman punch. Spear. I win.
I don't know. And anyone else knows
Don't forget the drive-by.
How Edge has gotten a lot at selling?
Yeah.
Edge looks like he's genuinely dying in the ring now. And I enjoy every second.
Wow. I'm surprised. Did that mean you enjoyed the Jump Edge Rumble?
Rumble. That's exactly what that Rumble was. All they did was jump him the entire time. Oh, someone new came in the ring. Oh, that's Edge? Stomp. What about the guy that's standing right there?
Nah, fuck that. Edge. Stomp. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Moving on to the next thing that we need to talk about. Bad Bunny. How many of you liked his performance of Booker T at Royal Rumble?
I mean, there was no crowd, so it is what it is.
It was still dumb as shit, even with or without the crowd.
It was just more so funny to me because of Booker T.
Yeah. Why was
like that? Yeah, Booker T made it hilarious.
I mean, outfit looked cool. Like, he looked cool. Like, if he came back and started wrestling with that stuff on, like, I'd be like, oh, damn. Where's this Booker T been? Besides,
what?
But I actually like the song.
His attire was cool.
I like the song when you actually hear it. The live like that was terrible. I'm not gonna fucking fade you, dude.
He was out of breath for a part of it too.
Exactly. Like, no. Second, why is Bad Bunny still on my fucking TV?
Because they want to
teamed up with Damian Priest.
They just wanted to.
I mean, he is literally one of the biggest internet, if not the. No, he is the biggest international star right now.
Son,
he brings money. He's bringing money to the WWE.
He is not bringing money to the WWE. Because the ratings is decreased because of the nonsense.
Well, like I explained though, most of the ratings has been tied to Edge actually.
Yeah, it's been to Edge and some of the parts with Bad Bunny. The fucking 24/7 belt with Bad Bunny, that shit also got lambasted. Like, why is he still on my TV? He's a singer. No one cares. Why is he winning the 24/7 belt? Why is Damian Priest and him even a thing? Why is The Miz feuding with fucking Bad Bunny? Why is The Miz and Morrison think they can rap? They can't. It's really annoying.
What happened to Morrison this last week? Where was he?
I don't know. I know. Apparently, he's making a diss track.
Yeah, I heard that he was making a diss track on Mad Money. Sure, cool, but like, where was he really? Like, did he get the Rona and we just don't know about it?
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think he got the Ronas, or I think he got injured. Let me fact check that. Let me fact check it.
Anyone to watch Miz's promo?
The one where he kept interrupting Drew McIntyre?
Nope.
Yeah, and then what he said after that?
That he's withdrawing himself
from the chamber.
And then they put Kofi Kingston in it, and I was like, why wasn't Kofi in it in the first place? Why did The Miz get put in it over Kofi?
I have two problems.
What's up?
Number one, if The Miz doesn't cash in his goddamn Money in the Bank contract,
bruh, like, what are they waiting on?
Then I don't care. I'm gonna be mad. Because it's the second time. Like, where was The Miz at the Rumble? He was every week he came out. I'm gonna cash in my Money in the Bank. Where were you?
The thing is, like, they booked it wrong though, because every time this man Drew McIntyre steps into the ring with The Miz, he demolishes The Miz.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember there was a match. It was like a 2-on-1 handicap match.
And
Morrison
still beat
and
them.
Miz. Right, and he destroyed them at that. So I'm like, dog, even if you were to make him cash in the Money in the Bank on Drew McIntyre, like, the way y'all booked it, it doesn't make sense for him to win, because based off of how you book it, Drew's just going to come back a month later and win a championship again.
That, and why in the fuck did the Money in the Bank briefcase holder even get in the match?
Yeah, that's just stupid.
What is he going to do in the match? He's going to lose and then go, I'm going to cash in my belt, and then lose again. What the fuck?
Right.
That's how I already know this was going to happen.
Now, my second issue with this whole that whole thing on Raw, what happened a year ago with Kofi at the Elimination Chamber?
Kofi, was it Kofi Mania last year or was it 2019?
It was last year.
It was 2019. That was 2019.
Yeah,
okay. Go back to 2019. Go back to 2019. What happened? What was the scenario? Kofi got the chamber and he took whose spot?
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa. I'm not calling that man Mustafa.
Mustafa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they took him. So why don't they bring that full circle?
I have no idea.
Retribution is already dead and buried, but they could have maybe used the last bit of life that it had and planted it.
Boy, this ain't got no life. They took the golden shovel. They borrowed John Cena's shovel and it was like, yo, let me borrow this joint real quick, and buried them.
That man real quick. Like, I don't know what the fuck Retribution is even still doing, but they need to break that group up like now and let Dominic Dijakovic go back to NXT and Mia Yim. You know, I'm happy for her for getting married. You know, she got proposed to by Keith Lee. You smart bastard, KeithLee. I was about to say, if you don't put a ring on her finger,
let Dijakovic be great, bro. Like,
he is.
They're not showing off what he can. Like, they're not showing off what he can do.
Yo, dog, and I rewatched his match between him and Keith Lee, and I was like, yo, this match is still fire on a cracker, bro. Fire on a cracker, son. Nobody else put Keith Lee to a good match like that. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Keith, what do y'all think about the? What do you think about the U.S. title picture?
We'll talk about that in a second. Because
Bobby is overbooked.
we're gonna talk about that match. Trust me. Next thing I want to get to Matt Riddle and the Hurt Business feud. What's happening with this? Why is this a thing? How did this feud start?
Don't know. Well, it started after what's the Survivor Series? It started after Survivor Series.
Why is this a feud? I don't care about Bobby Lashley, and they're barely. Why? What's going on with Riddle, bro? Why do they not like Matt Riddle, son?
He's a joke.
To who?
His gimmick is seen as a joke on the main roster. It's a joke.
That doesn't
he's a
even
joke.
make any sense. Yes, he was a joke in NXT, but Spirit, what was the name of his group with Dave Pete Dunne?
Shit.
Oh, Broserweights. Sorry.
Bro, thank you. I just kind of only remember it started with a B and it was close to a bruiser, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, and it was a good match, and I mean, good team, and it's like, yo, he could be funny, but when he gets in the ring, he whips ass. You know, just give him some shoes, please, God.
Hold on, okay. They have been putting him in good light in the ring. Match wise, he's been putting up good matches. Not against Bobby, but anytime they put him against someone else to prove that he deserves another title shot or something, you know, for the U.S. title,
Yeah,
he does really damn good, and he has a good showing. The problem here is we're dealing with Vince McMahon.
we are.
Matt Riddle is seen as a joke, and because of that, you know, he's booked as such.
Okay. Next thing I want to ask you guys about. How do you guys feel about the fact that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus was supposed to be in a one-on-one match, but they turned it into an Elimination Chamber match?
Don't care.
Okay, cool.
Because they keep saying like it was gonna matter, like Sheamus was gonna get, like Sheamus can fight. Sure, I like Sheamus, but if you're not gonna give him a title, then stop teasing me. I don't care. Like, stop.
Yeah, sure. I could predict Drew winning from a mile away.
That's what I'm trying to say. And I want Drew McIntyre to lose his title at the Elimination Chamber. I
just want him to lose. Period. Lose at WrestleMania, but lose, dog. Because like, we get it. You're Drew McIntyre. You know, you're a prophecy. Go to the trial, whatever. You came back, did what you achieved what you had to. But my guy, like, it's getting stale at this point.
Like, okay. And you said to who? Look at who's in the chamber match with him.
Okay. We'll get to that. So let's talk about Vince McMahon's brain for a second. After The Miz said, "I'm withdrawing myself from the match," does anybody remember what happened later in that night with The Miz?
No.
He had a match with Kofi. The winner of that match is in the chamber match.
Oh yeah. I think.
Well, it was the winner of that match. Basically, it was if Miz wins, then John Morrison was in the match.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That is.
Okay. Okay. I didn't hear that part. I was just more confused on the fact that why would the Miz withdraw from the match, but then be in the match to be in the match?
No, he was fighting for Morrison because Morrison wasn't there. I remember.
Okay, cool. So Kofi won the match, and I was like, okay, so Kofi should have been in the match. Why didn't they? Oh, okay. I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to skip over Lana versus Shayna Baszler because that match was shit. I'm going to skip over Alexa Bliss interrupting Randy Orton because, you know, at this point, The Fiend just needs to come out of nowhere now.
I think they're doing a good job building to The Fiend coming back.
Yeah, they are. But remember what happened with The Fiend before he first debuted? they had like 7 months of him making goddamn promos with the Firefly Funhouse, and I was like, they waited way too damn long for this joint. I'm like, okay.
I mean, they burned it. I know it's fake, right? But they burned the guy alive. You know.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but he's clearly coming back because Alexa Bliss is still here, and he
Hey,
technically,
it looked like they expected him on Monday, technically, right?
yeah.
Isn't that
But next, I want to talk about. Does anybody want to play a game of how stupid is Braun Strowman? Hello.
Man came back with a fresh cut and a beard and a gold chain.
Yes. Besides the fact that he's trying to be a black man now, can we talk about this man's mental capacity on why he's mad that he's not in the Elimination Chamber match?
Not his mental capacity, what they book him as.
Okay, where's his mental capacity for booking this man and making him say something really stupid for not being in the World Heavyweight Championship fucking Elimination Chamber? And this man's like, I don't like this. You need to make it right. I was a champion. You were the Universal Champion, Chief. Why don't you vie for the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match or something? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, he did make that like a joke.
You said what?
I think Adam Pearce did make a jokey joke about that. He was like, well, you were Universal Champion.
That's why I was like, Braun, you're the dumbest motherfucker right now because you're getting mad because you're not in a match that you didn't win the belt for yet, you dumb motherfucker. Get out of his face. You look like an idiot, yo. Oh, shit. Okay. Moving on. So, we had a gauntlet match because, gauntlet matches generally before big pay-per-views are actually a sign that you have no ideas for how to not only book these wrestlers, but you don't know how to keep these wrestlers away from each other until a pay-per-view for some fucking reason. So, here's why we're going to get repeat spots at the pay-per-view. How did you guys feel about the gauntlet match? Because I didn't watch it. I stopped watching after like a minute of it.
It was the first half was good. The first half was good. And then after that, as soon as Drew McIntyre entered the ring, I should say, it was a bad match.
Who won?
Sheamus won. So,
Sheamus.
but Sheamus won because Randy Orton didn't get a chance to fight because Randy Orton's dumbass saw Alexa Bliss standing on the TV and it was just looking around like he was a deer in the headlights, like, oh my god, that's Alexa Bliss, and he got counted out. And that whole thing looked stupid. Then we had, who was it? So we started out with AJ Styles and was it Kofi? AJ?
Yeah,
Kofi. Who
Kofi
started
and
out?
AJ.
Yeah, they put on a good match. That was fun to watch. I like. Of course I'm biased because it's AJ Styles,
It's
but
AJ
still, it was good nonetheless. Yeah.
That big boy. What's his name?
Omos.
Man, that mother level picked up Xavier Woods and dropped him to hell.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I'm still mad at Almas for eliminating people at the Royal Rumble. I'm still mad at that shit.
Yeah, that was
question.
Well,
He was
hold up.
mistaken-
Scythe has a question. Darkwave has a question. Sorry.
Okay.
What were you saying, Darkwave?
What is Jeff Hardy doing in this? When is the last time he actually won a?
What?
When is the last time he won a
Jeff
WWE
Hardy.
Championship belt?
No, when's the last time he's won a match?
Who?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff.
His feud with Sheamus
I
and
don't know.
the bar fight with Sheamus?
I was getting to that. Jeff should have been. Why? Why did they put Drew McIntyre in at third? Does Drew McIntyre need to look like a better champion or something? Because I missed something here. Why did we
He
put him
lost.
in? Sure, he lost,
He's already failed.
but that's after he ran through AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and uh, Sheamus. Or no,
He lost to
Sheamus
Sheamus.
lost. Yeah.
But he
So
lost to Sheamus, so he's a
I
failure.
know, but that's still like, why would you do that?
Because that's what WWE think baby faces should do.
Yeah, but you didn't need to put any pressure or momentum behind Drew. Why make him beat 2 out of the 3 people when we already know he's a good fighter and he can beat the crap out of people?
Because that's
Why
what
not put him in
WWE
last?
thinks. Because that's what they. I mean, first of all, he shouldn't even been in the match in the first place. Number one. Number two, that's what WWE thinks of baby faces. That's how they book baby faces.
And it's stupid. It's stupid. The fact that Drew was in there kind of killed the whole thing. Because now, if Jeff Hardy wins, which we know it's impossible for him to win, because he got made look like a. Let me stop. He looked like an idiot by the end of that match, because he was delivered a worn down Drew McIntyre and got his cheeks clapped. Explain.
After delivering a twist of fate and a swanton.
Exactly. How? Like, they just made Jeff look like an idiot. And who else was there? After Jeff, you had Sheamus. And Sheamus, technically, even though they tried to make him look good, he looked bad because Drew McIntyre was giving him a run for his money after he went through a little bit of Randy and AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy.
And he got jumped before by Sheamus.
And he got jumped. And he still almost
That is
Sheamus.
because WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and Bruce I Love You Pritchard cannot book baby faces.
It's so bad.
They think by having Drew McIntyre beat 3 people and then lose is making him look strong. He should not be losing anyway. He shouldn't even be put in that situation. He shouldn't even be put in that situation to begin with. And thus, they fail because though I like Drew McIntyre and I like him as a babyface, WWE, for some odd reason, just don't know how to push babyfaces. Thus, you get stupid stuff like this.
I think it would have worked if he wasn't the damn champion. But he's the champion. So why are you booking
Exactly, because the champion should not lose on television.
True.
Not if, your champion beats everybody day in and day out, no matter who the fuck. Unless it's some type of gimmick to the match.
Yeah.
He can lose. Drew McIntyre can afford a loss. Jeff Hardy couldn't afford that loss. AJ Styles needed the build up if he was going to win the championship. Sheamus couldn't afford the loss. I mean, thank goodness he didn't lose. But at the same time, that win didn't do anything for him because he was delivered a trash McIntyre. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I've told you that right there is the problem with WWE main roster booking as a whole. Like you said, Darkwave, the way they book their baby faces, because of how they book their baby faces, it destroys, and it also makes it very easy to predict the outcome of the pay-per-views and the matches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to be unpredictable when he lost the belt at Hell in a Cell. And then, yeah.
And then they didn't do anything with it. Randy should have had a title reign, a legitimate title reign. Randy deserved.
Well, I said this last week. It's sad that in 2021, I think I said it last week, that in 2021, I am sitting here saying Randy Orton should be WWE champion. I like Orton. Don't get me wrong. I like McIntyre too. Don't get me wrong. But in 2021, I am literally saying the best option to be WWE champion right now is Randy Orton.
Oh, damn, you're right.
Because you could have had Edge versus Orton at Mania, and Edge could have beat Orton. But no, Edge could have beaten Orton for the championship and be done with it. Instead, we're going to get Edge versus Roman. Edge is not winning the championship. And Drew McIntyre is literally in limbo right now.
And
As
we
far as a
don't think
WrestleMania opponent.
True.
if Edge loses, it's gonna hurt my heart.
He's gonna
He's
lose.
gonna
Yes,
lose.
That
Or
sucks.
you know what?
he's not
I
beating
can
Roman,
actually
sir.
see. Let me take that back. I can see them making him win, only to drop it to Roman and like a month later.
I don't know. You can't beat Roman. If you beat Roman at any point in time during this hill run, his momentum is already killed.
I don't
You
think
can't
so.
lose.
Because
The Fiend.
I know.
No, Roman
No.
cannot lose right now. Like he
I
legit
feel like
cannot lose that belt.
with Roman's gimmick, he could lose. He could lose, and then so long as he gets it right back, it's fine.
I can't say that he can't lose. The only time Roman should lose is when he's actually going to drop the title to someone that actually matters. Edge beating Roman just doesn't. It'll basically be the same thing as when Randy Orton beat Edge. I mean, when Randy Orton beat Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre got right back. It actually hurt Drew more than it helped Drew.
Yeah,
It'll do the same with Roman. Roman would lose. They get the title back. It will only hurt Roman more than help Roman. Because you already lost. You lost to an almost 50-year-old man, yet you're going to still walk around and call yourself the head of the table? But you lost.
I mean,
You
that's
can't.
true.
Roman, listen, Roman in this current character cannot lose at any point in time until you're ready to move on from him being Universal Champion. When they're ready to move on from him being Universal Champion for a while, then he can lose. Until then, he cannot lose clean in any match. He cannot be pinned or submitted. It would just hurt him in the long run rather than help him, just like it hurt Drew McIntyre. When Randy would have won the title, what did we all say? Okay, everything's in motion. Orton beats Drew. We didn't want it to happen, but we knew Edge was going to come back. So Orton beats Drew. Orton goes on his massive title run, and then Edge either wins the Chamber or wins the Rumble and challenges Orton. There'll be the third match, and he's taking the title away from Orton. Great. You would have had a WWE title match done, and then you could have done Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, or you could have revisited the whole Drew McIntyre versus Roman thing, WrestleMania. They didn't do that.
Nope.
They gave Drew the title back to.
Hello? Oh, come on, internet. This is not the time.
Period to Roman. Roman has not lost that belt, not once. Drew has lost the title already and had to get it back. So he's already a failure because while Roman has one reign as his dominant champion, Drew has now had two reigns. It already puts him below Roman.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he lost too much Survivor Series.
Yeah.
He not only lost to Roman Survivor Series, but now Roman can always say, I've never lost this belt since I've held it. You, on the other hand, lost it and had to actually fight to get it back.
Yeah.
So it only hurts Drew.
That's fair.
It's sad to say it, but literally, and I say this because there's already news that the WrestleMania card is kind of being discovered, and the WWE title has no plan. So the sad fact is, as much as I like Drew McIntyre, Orton realistically should be the WWE champion right now. Edge should be challenging Orton because no matter what you do, you don't want Edge beating Drew. And I mean, granted, if you had a gun to someone's head and you said who loses to Edge, Roman or Drew, you pick Drew. But realistically, you don't want Drew losing the title anymore. Roman can't lose at all. So you fucked. No matter who Edge's fights, we're fucked. because both champions should not lose. But had it been Orton losing would have made sense to the story that was already being told with those two, instead of a blow-off match being some random episode of Raw with Alexa Bliss jumping in a corner and then Orton getting speared. Stupid. So it's sad, but in 2021, Orton should still be WWE champion.
Damn.
It's quite sad.
I agree.
I have to agree with that 110%. It's. Oh, God. I do wish. What was the point of Orton even going to NXT and teasing that shit then?
Or
You mean Edge?
Edge.
Edge, that's what I meant.
Just because I don't think that
Charlotte did it last year, and they're trying to really get you to understand that NXT is a third brand.
Well, not only that, but I feel like at the time WWE management didn't know who they wanted, so they were just playing around, trying to see which one gets the most ratings, which one gets the most head turns, type shit. But ultimately, they're gonna have to go with Roman because of what I had brought up earlier, the ratings. Edge dropped the ratings on all three shows.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, there was no way he was going to do it. Even if NXT did like a million views, he still wouldn't have gone to NXT. I mean, this is Edge. You putting him on NXT. I mean, it would be great to see.
It would establish NXT as a brand to the older people.
Yeah,
let's pretend that we all don't know NXT is crazy. That's going to turn a lot of heads.
It would, but again, we're in the same. The problem, this whole Edge thing, honestly, is a predicament that is in the worst state, because even then, you don't want Finn Balor losing to Edge, or Karrion Kross or Adam Cole. It just, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Edge should not be able to beat people, but each champion right now are in position in a spot where they should not be losing Edge. Finn Balor is doing the best run of his entire career with WWE.
Oh, yeah.
His WWE career, not talking about Japan.
Yeah.
You don't want him to be losing. If you want him to lose, you want him to lose to someone who's actually going to carry NXT, who's basically going to replace him in NXT. That's not Edge. Drew McIntyre should not be losing to his WWE title anytime soon. And Roman Reigns should not be touching. He should not be pinned or submitted till you find someone equal or on his level as a babyface, or someone that you actually are going to push in that babyface way. This is the problem with Edge winning the Rumble. This is the problem with Edge challenging for a title anyway. If it was Orton, it would all be fine. No matter what title Orton had, it would all been fine. But no, it's in a predicament to where they don't know who to really beat. You're not beating Roman. So if Edge fights Roman, which is probably going to happen, Edge is not winning that match. And if he does win the match, it hurts Roman's character.
It's going to hurt everything.
It's like I said, I like Edge. I wouldn't mind him being champion. It's just right now the people that's champion should not be losing. This is why I actually even said that. I think I may have said this last week or not. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow it would be too late. It wouldn't make sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow fuck over Drew McIntyre and give Orton back the WWE title. I would not be surprised.
Orton is also in the thing. I feel like they should have put. If they're not going to use Orton in this main event picture, and when I mean that, I mean, watch. It's going to be like Orton's going to win the Chamber, and then the Fiend's going to appear. And then somehow, because of the Fiend appearing, McIntyre's going to win. Watch. If that happens tomorrow, that's all I got to say. So, I feel like because of that, That's the reason Orton doesn't have the title right now, and it kind of sucks because Orton's the only person they can bring back the Fiend against. And that's kind of the whole reason he doesn't have the title. Like, I'm 100%, I agree with you. Orton should have the title. There's no one else on the roster that deserves it, to be honest.
There's no one else that can lose to Edge. Like, and this whole Fiend thing, I don't even know why we went to Orton and the Fiend right now. Like, no one cares. He fucked over Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. No one cares. That shit was like 4 years ago, and they gave us one of the worst WWE title matches in the entire history of WrestleMania. On top of that, why is this happening? They did House of Horrors, which Bray won. So it's not like John Cena, where John Cena beat Bray, and that was pretty much the end of it. He beat Orton already and got his revenge in the House of Horrors match. Why is this feud even happening? None of this makes sense.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. I said thank you because I was going to say that.
It's like you're in a predicament. First of all, this is number one. WWE. This all comes from two things. Long before Edge winning Rumble and Drew and Orton and all this shit, this is because WWE has done a shit job, and I mean a shit job, at putting anyone at the forefront to challenge for a title. Outside Bobby Lashley, which I don't want to see challenge for a title, but outside Bobby Lashley, no one has been pushed to a point where you can say, you know what? They deserve a shot at Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. Jeff Hardy has been a punching bag for Lashley all year. Sheamus has pretty much lost every match against Keith Lee's and
Keith Lee would have been a good choice if he was on TV.
Keith Lee they're inconsistent with Keith. 1 minute they want to push him, the next minute he's off TV. Then he's off TV for 2-3 weeks. Then they want to do something with him, but Keith Lee's not the same. He's not the same.
Yeah, just bask in his glory.
Maybe if they was more consistent with him, but even then, they're not going to. You know, they're not going to go all the way. They're inconsistent with Keith Lee. Like, he wins, I'll give him that, but it's barely that because look, his first 4 matches was all DQs and shit like that. Matt Riddle, he's a comedy act, and he's in the United States title picture. You can't use him going against Drew McIntyre. He'll make you laugh. There's no one on that roster who can challenge Drew, and the same goes with SmackDown. After Daniel Bryan, there's no one else. No one cares about Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, yeah, he's a babyface now, but no one gives a shit. No one sees Shinsuke versus Roman.
Nakamura and Cesaro are both too early in their pushes to use because they're both getting pushed at the moment. So they're both too early in their push.
Way too early.
I mean, they only turn babyface because they have no choice. Like, if Shinsuke or Cesaro, which probably will be Cesaro, because I have him winning the Elimination Chamber, but even if they face Roman, they're only there because you need to give Roman people to beat. There is no one on that roster. This is why I say Roman should not.
I agree with you again. What I'm saying is, like, I don't understand why it's like this. Like, Roman's character can work against anyone. Just put someone in front of him that is like, I just don't believe you're a valid champion, and it would work.
Yeah, but the problem is, when you're watching this at home, you're looking at this character like, who are you? Like,
exactly.
We love Cesaro. But think about it. His character has been tag team purgatory for years. Cesaro stepping up to Roman is like, oh, you're like a gnat, so you just get swatted. Like, there's no as a viewer at home, if you saw Cesaro step up to Roman Reigns, right, and your head like, oh, look, they're doing something with Cesaro. But in the back of your mind, you already know Cesaro's going to get swallowed like a bug and keep moving on. There's no believability there. And then once they do Cesaro, one shot, they can get to do Shinsuke for a one shot, a one match. You got Daniel Bryan. After Daniel Bryan, that's it. There's no one else. Aleister Black's off TV. Otis just turned heel. Rey Mysterio, no. Seth Rollins, I mean, you could turn Seth Rollins babyface, but I mean, how do you turn him babyface right now? I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of easy, but no.
Someone
Um,
someone suggesting. So I saw a suggestion on Twitter. Some people want Mysterio and Dominic to turn heel. I don't know. I
I
don't.
mean,
I was
well,
saying
I
maybe they
wouldn't
could
mind
do a
that because
double
Rey
turn.
Mysterio has been a babyface for like 40 fucking years. It's about time to get a character. This man's been the same since he's been in WWE. Ever since he's been in WWE, he's been the same. In fact, he's only been heel once in his entire career.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see why people want them to turn heel. If anything, Dom needs to turn heel on Rey Mysterio, but I mean that's not going to happen now. You
I
just
want to see
got
them
fucking.
get the tag titles first. I
I mean,
want to
that's
see them get a
fine.
tag title before
I
they
wouldn't mind that. It's
turn up.
just, I mean, at this point, I mean, them turning heel is not going to happen now because they just turned Otis and Chad Gable heel.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Even though they don't even have a tag team division, and I feel like that's the only reason they turned them heel. Because there's no, like, who's on the SmackDown tag team?
There is nobody on
the
there.
Dirty Dogs, and Street Profits. Realistically,
Oh damn.
I mean, you
Is
can
it
say
Street
Chad
Profits
Gable
SmackDown
and
or Raw?
Otis. Street Profits SmackDown. I mean, but I mean that's the thing. They're only. I mean, let's face it. They're going to get the titles back because it's no one else. The only reason why Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode have the championship because they had to take them with the Street Profits for at least a little bit. Like this roster is so fucked up, and it's not just at the top of the card. The mid card is a little bit better off, but the top of the card and the tag team division and the women's division, for that matter, they're all fucked.
Yes, they are.
The women's division is fucked because there's just no one there. They've done everything. The tag team division is fucked because there's no tag team, no legitimate tag team. And the world title is fucked because they've positioned no one to make us care about who Roman fights.
I think we're in need of another shakeup, for one, and for two, I think they need to unify the tag team division.
That should have been done years ago.
Just like they have it for the women unified right now. Technically, they should have the men's unified. I think it would make everything a little bit more interesting tag team wise, and then that way, it would make it feel like there's more of a separation between all of these different divisions, because it feels like if you're a big carder, you're also in the tag team division right now.
Exactly.
It just feels that way.
It would. It wouldn't. It would help. It wouldn't help by much, but it definitely would help. Cause I mean, so if you combine the title, you have the Street Profits, the Dirty Dogs, the New Day.
But who are the Dirty Dogs?
Oh, Hurt Business. Dolph
okay.
Ziggler. You got the Hurt Business. So you if you combine the titles, these are your tag teams, right? You have the Dirty Dogs, Street Profits, Hurt Business, New Day, and I guess you can say Gable and Otis if you want to put them as a tag team. Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
That is okay. It's 5 teams. That's a start. Now you can bring up some teams from NXT and it'll be better off. So yeah, combining them will be great, but this is WWE. They don't do that. Why don't the same thing with the women's division? There should be no 2 women titles on that show. Asuka is in purgatory right now. This woman has no plans for me. Who's she gonna fight? Hey, Lacey Evans gonna get knocked up. Good job, Lacey. Becky Lynch is still at home taking care of her child. No one in the world will see Charlotte versus Asuka again. Ronda Rousey is MIA. We don't know what the fuck she is. Who you gonna put in there? Naomi? I mean, I like Naomi, but Naomi is on Raw, but she's in a tag team with Lana, who's supposed to get tagged in title shots. When is this shot happening? I don't know. Natalya, I'd rather watch paint dry. Tamina, hell no.
Yeah,
Peyton Royce, irrelevant.
Yep.
Ruby and Liv, they're a tag team. Rhea Ripley, MIA. Haven't seen her. Back of the milk card.
I thought she was NXT.
Who?
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea?
Yeah.
Rhea hasn't been seen in NXT since she lost to Raquel. She came in the Royal Rumble, and she hasn't been seen since. Milk card. This is the problem. Like, there is just at all cards. Actually, no. The Intercontinental title picture is probably the only picture that you can realistically have people slot in. The United States title picture, who beats Bobby Lashley? This man has been booked. The most protected. He is the most protected person outside of Roman Reigns on the entire roster. So who beats Bobby Lashley? You ain't gonna beat him clean. Now you can take the off him in his triple threat, maybe give it to Riddle. But I mean, and this is another thing. Bobby Lashley has been on his mega push. Truth be told, the next in line for a WWE title be the WWE champion should be Bobby Lashley. This man's been booked like fucking God. So why is he not champion? I like Drew McIntyre, but Bobby Lashley literally just beat the hell out of Keith Lee and Matt Riddle at the same time. Meanwhile, Drew the booking in WWE so bad, it makes everyone else terrible in the company. No matter if you like them, because no matter who approaches Roman, who approaches Drew, you may think, oh, this is great, a new matchup. But in the back of your mind, you're not going to care. Because we already know the outcome. And then if they do a hot shot, title change, right? If, let's just say, for example, Cesaro goes out there, calls Roman a bitch and all this shit, and beats Roman Reigns, right? What happens then? What? Cesaro, you think he's great. Do you trust WWE to push him properly? I don't. He'll get the title for a month and drop it right back to Roman because they're going to look at themselves and say, oh shit, we can't do this to Roman. We can't do this to Drew McIntyre. We can't do this to whomever else. This is the booking pattern of WWE. Fucking garbage. And it's sad. Aleister Black, Ricochet, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, any other future NXT call-up. What's the point? You're going to have Roman Reigns hold that title pretty much all year. Unless a Brock Lesnar comes back. Or something of that nature. Because at this point, there's no one like Kevin Owens. Like I said, once you do Daniel Bryan, that's it. You can do Cesaro if you want for a one-shot match. You can do Shinsuke. It'll be decent matches. Great. Daniel Bryan comes in. That's it. Seth, I mean, again, with Seth Rollins, I mean, his whole character is in a fucking conundrum. I don't know where to go with Rollins. I don't know what the fuck he is. I don't know if he's the Messiah. I don't know what he is. He's talking about embrace the vision. This man comes back with burn it down. I mean,
he's the savior, as he says.
He's a heel. He's a heel who honestly, right now, I hate saying this, he's a heel who should technically be a babyface because there's no other fucking babyfaces.
Yeah,
there's no credible babyfaces. There's no credible babyfaces up there. Seth Rollins, I mean, unless they're going to pivot him to fight Roman, but it's like, you come back talking about being a leader, talking about all this bullshit, this nonsense, when even Seth Rollins called nonsense on the bump.
If I were booking WWE right now, what I would have done is very simple. Very simple, very simple. Seth would have came back as good old Seth. His promo started off right. He's like, I saw the way, blah, blah, blah. Everybody thought he was going to be good. I would have made him good. I would have had Roman approach him and been like, acknowledge me. It would have worked.
Yeah. If Seth Rollins came back as a babyface, but he came back and did his bullshit.
And now we don't know what is going to happen.
Rollins, listen, I like Seth. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. The Messiah character to me, I enjoyed it because of the potential it had. Okay, Rollins, listen, no matter if you like Rollins or hate him, he is doing, he's owning the character. Okay, he's into the character. Just embrace the vision. the Monday Night Messiah, SmackDown Saber, whatever the fuck you want to call this man. The leather jacket, this fucking flower jacket he was wearing. He's owning it all.
Yep.
Okay? The problem is, where's the shit going? Because you're going to start a feud with Cesaro. Great. Are you going to start something with Big E going into Mania? You know, do you believe this garbage that you're saying? You know, it's almost coming off to a point where I'm watching Rollins on TV. It's like, now you just had this kid, yet you're coming back and being a prick. Kind of not believable there, Mr. Rollins. It kind of sounds a little, kind of feels kind of off. You know, you're back and you're a prick. And you're telling me we brought him back as a prick, and for him to turn babyface, you're going to have Roman Reigns, for whatever reason, get into Seth Rollins' business. Now, granted, with Seth Rollins calling himself the leader and all this shit, it's kind of like perfect for Roman Reigns, right? But the problem is, who would be the babyface in that situation?
Oh, shit.
People, obviously, truth be told, at this point, at this moment, would cheer Roman over Seth. If there were fans in the building, they would cheer Roman for the first time over Seth. So, I beg the question here. Who and what is Rollins doing? He can't turn face. Because if he turns face against Roman, with no fans, they won't care. But you put fans in the building, I mean, how do you get there? You would have to have something happen to where Seth is built up over time as a babyface. You can't just bring Roman out there immediately and he's immediately turning champion. Or he's immediately turning Seth face. It wouldn't work. Now, you could do heel versus heel with no fans, but if there were fans, they'll probably still cheer Roman anyway. That's why I'm confused with the Seth Rollins character. Now, maybe he don't shout out from the Universal titles. Maybe Seth is just going to be there to put over the younger talent or the people who haven't gotten pushes, like Buddy Murphy and shit like that. Maybe that's what Seth is doing now. So maybe he doesn't shout out for the Universal title, and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins don't ever cross paths, though it seems kind of unlikely. You call yourself the head of the table, yet you got this guy in the locker room calling himself the leader. Something has to give here. You can't have two people claiming to be a so-called leader.
I think that's
a major plot hole.
That's part of the setup. They're gonna make them fight. That's gonna be the part of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, Seth will still be the heel because people are going to cheer Roman.
Yeah, you can't turn my face.
Honestly, in this situation, look how this come off. Come off a fucking prick. Roman, yeah, he comes off a prick too. But how do you get there to make Seth a baby? You know, the Seth and Roman feud. Someone else would have to turn Seth babyface. First of all, but how do you get there? Now, you can go the generic route. Oh, someone talks shit about his kid, and that gets him, turning babyface. But then if he's done that, he won't be calling himself the quote leader anymore. So what the fuck does Roman have anything to do with him at that point? It's major plot holes there. Because he'll stop calling himself the leader and all this dumb shit. He'll call himself Friday Night Rollins or some shit. Now, you can probably do it like that. Friday Night Rollins, and Roman comes out and calls himself the head of the table. You need to acknowledge me. Blah, 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 blah. But you gotta get there. You can't. Seth is almost to a point where, I'll be honest with you, SmackDown is so bad at this moment. Me personally, I think Roman turns babyface as champion and maybe drops it to a heel.
That'd be dumb.
There's no one else.
Well,
I can see that happening.
I'm gonna have to part ways here.
Yeah, because we got to talk about the Elimination Chamber, and then we're done for the day.
All right, guys. Have fun with the Elimination Chamber.
All right.
And all that. All right, bro.
All right. And now it's just me and you, Darkwave. Everybody else is rolled out.
Hey, man. My bad, I went on a tangent, man. I
No,
have
you're
not
fine.
ranted on
You're
these
fine.
wrestling shows for a while.
You're
I
fine.
have been holding this in because wrestling has pissed me. That's why I never. I started interject for the gaming stuff, and I never saw interject for because wrestling has been so
Yeah.
so miserable.
You're fine, bro.
And I generally when we do the wrestling podcast, I'm just like, But today, man, I can't. Today, I can't. Like,
You're fine, bro. You're fine. Like I said, it's
fucking terrible, man.
Let's move on to Elimination Chamber. Of course, we got the. I'm gonna start here. Who's Asuka fighting? Because it still says Lacey Evans.
I don't think she's fighting anyone. I mean, who can she fight? Lacey's pregnant. She can't get in the ring.
Okay. Well, then moving on from that.
And that's legit. She's legitimately pregnant, so she can't do anything.
Yep. Then we got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Which I hope Sasha and Bianca win that match so I can get a better match.
I mean, I think they are. Because you have to, quote, build tension.
True.
And Dakota Kai and Raquel are heels.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't want them to fight a shit. I don't want them to be in a shit match. I want them to be in a good match. You know?
I don't know why we don't have just... And that's another thing, too. You're just going to hot shot the titles. You give them to Bianca and Sasha to have them for a week to drop it to Raquel and Dakota to build tension between Sasha and Bianca. I mean, why does everything have to have tension? Why can't Bianca just say, look, in my eyes, you're the best champion. I'm challenging you at WrestleMania. The end.
Wait,
this is fucking tension.
Bianca never chose who she's fighting yet?
No. Neither has Edge, which is also pissing me off.
Okay.
But my thing is, why do we have to build tension between two people? Why can't Bianca just say, listen, in my eyes, you're the better champion, and I'm the EST. So the EST is going to beat the best. And to me, you're the best. So I challenge you at WrestleMania. How hard is that? You don't need no convoluted fucking tension storyline here. Just, I'm challenging you because I think you're the best. Now, that may suck, that may, some people may say, well, what about Asuka? Asuka's the better wrestler than Sasha. I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
But she hasn't been doing anything.
But Sasha is a bigger star than Asuka. Yeah. And thus, gets the attention of the Royal Rumble winner. Bianca just says to her, she is the best. The biggest star, the bestest star, the bestest, the biggest. But Bianca just says, but I'm the real EST of WWE, and I'm going to prove it by beating you, the boss.
Pretty much.
Done. I don't need to see fucking tile shots and then one hits one and then all this tension and I don't give a shit.
We didn't need to see this. Next we got Bobby Lashley versus.
But I'm going with. I agree with you. I think Sasha and Bianca win the match.
Oh yeah, like I said, better match. At the end of the day. Next we got Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee versus Riddle, which I don't even know how Keith Lee even got in this match.
He beat Matt Riddle, so he deserves it. You know what, man?
Oh yeah, he did.
I want to say Bobby Lashley. Yeah, he did. He beat Riddle.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I want to say Bobby Lashley, but honestly, this is to me their way of getting that title off of him. And if anyone wants to win that title, I think it's going to be Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
And personally, at some point, I see Keith Lee turning heel.
He would have to at this point.
I just, my heart says Bobby Lashley, but I'm trying to go with logic here. And a triple threat at this point is the only logical way that Bobby Lashley should be losing that United States title. I think he loses to Riddle. I think Riddle pins Keith, and then maybe spawn maybe a Keith Lee heel turn later on, or something like that. I don't know, but I'm going with Matt Riddle.
Next,
with Keith Lee taking it.
Next, we have the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship, which is Drew, AJ, Jeff, Randy, Sheamus, and Kofi. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think they're going to be brave, and I think Drew's going to win the match.
Oh, yeah, Drew's going to there's no question. I only threw out the Randy Orton thing because WWE...
supposed to happen. Yeah. They didn't think that through.
Well, it's just... Yeah, it's just the WWE is... I mean, you watch SmackDown at all?
I did, but nothing really happened on it besides what happened
with Edge. With Roman spearing Edge, that pretty much told me that's the match at Mania.
Yeah.
So, it's just that should not be the match at Mania, and it should be Orton Edge, but we all know Drew McIntyre is winning this match. Yeah. He should win, and we'll have someone with Randy and Bray at Mania, which I am not interested in. I don't even care. Honestly, it's like Bray has not done shit. Alexa Bliss has carried the storyline. Why am I not getting a match between her and Alexa and Randy at this point? I couldn't give two shits about Bray Wyatt. You got burnt alive.
Yeah.
It's over. Like, you came after Randy Orton and you failed. I mean, what is this? Yeah. How is even Randy Orton the heel here?
I don't even know.
But I'm going with Drew.
And then, of course, the next match, which would be the Universal Championship match later that night, should be Jay versus Kevin versus Corbin versus Sammy versus Cesaro versus Bryan. And to be completely honest, and I'm not going to lie to you, I think Jay's going to win the match. So it can be an easy W for Roman. Or Roman's going to cheat to make Jay win.
I am going to go with Cesaro. I think at this point they need someone else for Roman to just run through.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Kevin Owens again.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan wasted here. I think it's a mistake. Jey Uso, I mean, that man's lost like 12 matches straight.
My problem is,
I don't want to see that.
Oh, wait, no. The same rules didn't apply here. Because I was going to say, I thought it was the Universal Champions that was going to be in the match. But whatever.
No, they changed it. But I think Cesaro, basically, by rule of thumb, Cesaro has the most momentum, technically. Mm-hmm. And truthfully, is the right person to win this. Mm-hmm. Kevin Owens has had like 3 chances. He has failed. I don't want to see that match again. Only for Kevin Owens to make another excuse. Oh, you beat me after I beat 6 other people. Woo, 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 blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Everyone else is irrelevant to me. Daniel Bryan, I do not want him wasted here. Give the match to Cesaro. Have Cesaro actually take Roman to a good little limit, even though after being in a limited term, let him give Roman a fight. Have Roman beat him, pin him, and go home. So I'm going to Cesaro to win the Elimination Chamber, and then fail, of course, to the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
All right. Well, that being said, we will see tomorrow on what happened, bro.
Yeah.
But not bad for a live episode. Barely some mess ups here. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we stop for the night?
No. Well, not wrestling wise. I'm gonna ask you a quick gaming question though.
Yo, what's up? Shoot.
Did you watch the Nintendo thing, sir?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You already know what I'm about to ask you about, sir.
What's the question, sir?
Samurai Warriors 5. Samurai Warriors 5.
am super goddamn confused on why they changed the way Akechi and Nobunaga look. That did not make any sense.
Okay. No. There's a reason for that.
What?
They are younger.
Yeah. Okay.
They are younger.
That's fine.
This game is basically a prequel. Technically, story-wise, it's a prequel.
Okay, but
I have other
characters.
I have other concerns.
Yeah.
I have other concerns.
Yeah.
One, why, if you're going to do that, why is this not a Spirit of Saga type game? Number one. Number two, they said reimagining. The last time I heard reimagining, we got Dynasty Warriors now.
Yes, I know, and a good thing from the gameplay.
New way or no? Yeah, no way. She has a fucking bow. She had claws in Samurai Warriors 4.
Yeah.
Do you think we're getting a reduced roster?
I think.
And I'm fine. Listen, if people change weapons, I'm fine with that. But do you think we're getting clone characters in a reduced roster, or do you think we get the same roster, but the storyline is just prequel stuff, and that's how that is?
All right, so what I'm thinking, first of all, I think they redesigned all the characters because I'm pretty sure they saw somebody else when I was like, yeah, no. Second, they better give everybody their proper weapon. Like right now, I'm like, okay, Nobunaga, his weapon's slightly different. Akechi, of course, he had the katana and the quick style. It's like, okay, cool. Don't let me see no goddamn Hanbei with a staff and Kanbei with a goddamn fucking ring or something. I'm going to be like, no, fuck out of here. Second, when they say reimagine, I think they're talking about the art style, because from the gameplay, it looked like Samurai Warriors 4. Because if you know what happens if they're going to change that shit, it's going to be bad. They better not change no fucking weapon in the game, bro. Like, look.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think we get a full roster?
No.
And I mean full. I mean from Samurai Warriors 4.
No.
And Spirit of Saga characters.
No. Answer is no.
This game is already a failure. That's not the case.
Yeah. I'm
sorry.
I don't see
at this point
characters. I don't see it.
Now I know. Now the funny thing about Spirit of Saga, I think they almost had a full cast of characters. Most of them were in the story, but I think they had a full cast.
They had all the same characters. You have to use them in extra modes. Because the story mode obviously was the story mode.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, man, I could give two shits. This is all I want. Sasuke, okay, in almost any warrior game outside of Hyrule Warriors, because Impa is a fucking beast.
Impa was
Sasuke has one of the best.
Impa is a beast in two different variations of her. The one from the regular Hyrule Warriors is a beast, and the one from the fucking new Hyrule Warriors is a beast. I was like, why do you guys keep doing this?
I have the new one.
Me too. And I'm like, this woman is a monster.
Is one of the best movesets. She is the one of the best. And this is not even because she's a ninja. She legitimately has one of the best movesets in any warrior game. Okay?
She does.
Sasuke is a close second, if not a 1B. Okay? Sasuke's moveset in Spirit of Saga was fucking great. Once again, not because he's a ninja. I'm not even being biased. His moveset to me is probably my favorite in all Samurai Warriors. I don't know why, it just is.
I mean, especially if you tap the.
I want him in my game.
Like his dashes was fucking amazing because everybody had that little triangle joint, and I'm like, oh, this man is a monster. And for me, I'm gonna add Joker from the new Persona Strikers. That man has a fucking versatile moveset that doesn't make any sense. It's like, yo, this joint is amazing.
I haven't played it yet, but I plan on playing it one day.
Yeah.
I'm saying this.
Hey, hold up.
I want Sasuke in my game.
Oh yeah, true. They gave who is it that has the stabbing moves in Samurai Warriors that stabs really fast, so you see a bunch of stabbing motions on the screen? Which was that, Akechi? That was Akechi, right? It has a bunch of stabs.
It might have been.
Yeah, they gave that. They gave that to one of the characters from Persona 5. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
The samurai dude? Fox, maybe?
Yes, They gave him that move. He has it, and he has freaking Zhao Tai's move where he sheaths his sword, unleash it, put it back in, and you see a bunch of slash lines in front of you. I was like, this man is a living, breathing Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors mixture. He's good. He's good. But
I don't want Samurai Warriors to turn to Dynasty Warriors 9.
Oh God, no! If I had seen any inkling or hint of that, and saw somebody with the double blade thing or the single blade thing, a chain, spear, or regular basic bitch sword, and the character clearly didn't have that, I would have fucking said no. But considering that we get a young Nobunaga and a young Akechi, which doesn't add up, so I'm ignoring that part. Right? We're getting these young people. All I'm saying is you got to make the whole cast of characters younger or different. They cannot literally put if they do, they have to put the characters kind of like their design. Because Sasuke can't be in it unless Yukimura's born.
Well, I think that if they put the extra characters in it, it'll be like Spirit of Sanda. I think the story mode will revolve around Nobunaga. The whole cast will be available for like free mode, extra mode, maybe co-op.
Yeah.
I just want Sasuke and something else other than Spirit of Sanda.
Yeah.
Like, I make like the thing. So Samurai Warriors, you can always customize your characters, right?
Of course.
I don't need to. I honestly wouldn't even need to customize my character now. I have Sasuke. Sasuke is all I want. Him and Kanochi, despite them being ninjas, we don't have enough to do. I just genuinely like their movesets.
I like Konochi's triangle
I wouldn't
in 4. Like, especially when you hit triangle. I think it was like triangle, square.
Yeah.
Which he jumps in the air and throws her like a bunch of shuriken on the ground and they like spin for a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, this woman's amazing.
Like, yeah, even like, so I always, when I create people in Samurai, my main would use Hanzo's weapon because I like Hanzo.
Yeah.
I like his moveset, but his design I don't like his design. He looks fucking stupid. He's like a fucking Power Ranger. I hate that shit. So I always make someone with his weapon. That'll be my ninja. Sasuke, his design, to me, is perfect. I wouldn't need to create someone else unless I was just playing Empire mode and I just decided to create someone for fun because they're getting Sasuke's weapon. That moveset is too fucking fun. I just want him something else other than Spirit of Sanda because I like Spirit of Sanda. But Spirit of Sanda, I mean, I want him in a more grander game. True. I hope we get him. I somehow something tells me we won't.
We'll see.
But
But if the roster is completely shrunk, you already know. Like they have to have Yukimura in the game.
Not fine. He's generic. He's like Zoyu. He'll be in the game. I don't care about him. I want Sasuke.
I mean, but yeah, Yukimura is always going to be the character that's always on the cover, though. So, and I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just like it's like Lu Xun from Dynasty Warriors. Lu Xun is my favorite character in all of Dynasty Warriors. When they fucked him up in 6, I didn't want to play 6 ever again.
And then 9.
It's now Samurai Warriors is at that point. You gave me Sasuke. His moves, like I said, it's not about him being a ninja. His moveset is just a fucking beast. To a point where I don't want to play anyone else first, but Sasuke. Sasuke comes first. He's like, okay, he's now the person I level now. He's the first to get leveled. Just like Lu Xun is my first to level outside the story mode. Story mode you play whomever, but in regular modes, Lu Xun is number 1. In this now, it's Sasuke. He is definitive. If he's not in that game, I'm already blown because I don't get to play who I want to play at. It's just like when Dynasty Warriors 6 fucked up Lu Xun, and I put that game down and never touched it again. You fucked up my favorite character. Well, I'm on But if he's not, I just feel like at this point, if you're doing Samurai Warriors 5, you can't make the same mistakes Dynasty Warriors 9 did. Include the entire roster, whether it's extra or not. The entire roster. With your new graphics engine, great. I don't know why it's not on PlayStation 5. I don't know why you don't capitalize. Samurai Warriors 5, PS5. I don't know why you don't capitalize on that. Whatever. But, you're saving that for Dynasty Warriors, not Empires, which whoever buys that game, God bless you.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm game flying it.
Unless they take. I'm not touching it. Unless they make that game Dynasty Warriors 8 with higher graphics, I'm not buying it. I have no need. Like
Yes,
you're
sir.
not getting me caught in that garbage. What's the point? What am I buying for? 4 weapons?
But
No.
we're gonna call it a day here, bro.
That's all I want to ask. I just want to see if you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I had to see
My
it
mic
for the
is dying
Smash
anyway.
Brothers thing. Yeah, man. But all right, we are going to call it a day. I will upload the sound bite of this on the for Spotify users. But other than that, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.